You've survived radiation and angry honeybees. Today, we're going to completely solve the pyramid. Your adventure has led you here to the final stage, where your quest will either lead to victory or failure. It's time for the final boss battle.
Battle mode.
Before we begin, I highly recommend getting the pyramid cheat sheet. I tested this on my daughter and she was able to solve the pyramid without even watching the video. If you think you're too cool to use a cheat sheet, then at least get the cheat sheet as a way of saying thanks. The link to the pyramid cheat sheet is in the description. For stage 3, I'm going to be using the terms push and pull. And all that means is pull towards you. Like if I was going to take this right side and pull it toward me, this is a pull. If I was going to push this side, then I'm going to take my finger and push it. So this is a pull. This is a push. If I was doing this to this side, I'm going to push and then pull. For stage 3, the first thing you want to do is called the tip and the top. If you accidentally miss this step, then it will never solve. So this is really important, tip and the top. Go to the tip. Notice this is red. We want to make sure it matches the piece below it. So we're going to turn this. So now we have this tip green matching the green below it. That's correct. Now the tip is done. Now we have the top, which is this piece here. We want to make sure these two colors match the bottom. So this is obviously blue. So let's turn the top until we get to the blue side. That's red. And there's blue. These two are blue. This is blue. These are all green. And these are all red. That is the tip and the top. Now that we're done with the tip and the top, you're going to look for one of 3 scenarios. One scenario is called twins. This is when on one side you see 2 blue, and another side you're seeing 2 green, another side you're seeing 2 red, so we're calling these twins. There's also a scenario called one solved. This is when you look at these edges, these middle edges, and you see that one of these is solved and the others aren't. So you look at this one, you've got blue and red. This piece is correct. That is solved. But this one is not, and this one is not. So we're in the one solved scenario. Another scenario is no solved. If you look at the edges here, this one does not go here. That's not right. It's not solved. This one, it does have some green here, but this blue clearly shows this is not correct. And the blue matches, but the red doesn't. So this one's also not correct. So we have 3 edges that are not correct. That's why we call it the no solved. We are currently in the twins scenario because we've got 2 greens on one side, 2 blues, and then of course we've got 2 reds. So what do we do when we're in the twin scenario? I want you to pause the video and memorize this. Push, counter, pull, push, counter, pull. Now that you have that memorized, let's continue. So for the twins, we're going to alternate right and top. And we always put the most unique side to the back when solving stage 3. But the twin scenario is all equal. There is no unique side. So pick a random side. I'm going to pick this side with these reds. And we're going to go right, top using those moves. And I'll walk you through those. So let's give it a try. So push, which is I'm just pushing this piece here. Push. Then we're going to the top. Counter. Pull. Counter. Push. Counter. And then pull. Now, I want you to notice that the twins have not been solved. So without moving anything, without changing sides, we're going to keep it right where it is. And we're going to try again. Push, counter, pull, counter, push, counter, pull. And then we just solved it. So this is the one solved scenario. How do we know? It's because this piece is solved. See, the blue goes to blue, red goes to red. This piece goes here. And these other two don't. So we only have one solved. What do? We always take the most unique side and put it to the back. This would be the unique side because it doesn't match those other two. So we take the solved to the back because it's the most unique. And then we do the moves pull, pull, push, push. Then we pivot the pyramid, which I'll show you. And then we'll do pull, pull, push, push. Now, the only difference is the first time we do those moves, we do left and right, left and right. And then after the pivot, we do right, left, right, left. It'll be easier if I just walk you through it. Again, if you get the cheat sheet, this makes it so much easier, but let me walk you through. Let's do those moves. Starting, we're going to do left, right, left, right. Okay, we're going to go pull, pull, push, push. Okay, and now we're going to pivot the front of the pyramid. And now we're going to do it again, except now we're going to alternate right-left instead of left-right. So we're going to start on this side and do the same thing. So pull, pull, push, push. And there we go, we solved it. So sometimes this won't solve the first time. So if you have to do the moves again, then make sure you're starting with the yellow side down. And the most unique side is put to the back again. So in this scenario, with being no solved, what is the most unique side? You'll actually see there's two half solved and there's one completely not solved. So since this is a half solve, it's got green that does match, the blue doesn't. That's a half solve. And this is nothing's matching there. And this one's got the blue. That's good, but not, it doesn't have a red match. So this is also half solved. So this one's half, and this one is completely unsolved. This is the most unique. So the unique one goes in the back like that. The two half solves go in the front. And then we do those moves, L-U-R, U-R-L. So let's do that. We've got the clockwise moves of L-U-R, that's left. Then we have the up. We have the right. And then we have U-R-L, counterclockwise, that's the up. And the right. And then the left. Now check it out, we are now in the twins scenario. So remember this one, we just choose a random side and we alternate right and top. We do push, counter, pull, counter, push, counter, and then pull. If you can go from a scrambled pyramid and complete it in under 2 minutes, then you're a master of the pyramid. Go ahead and like the video and subscribe to the channel. In case you need an example, I'm going to do an example solve all the way from the beginning. So I'm looking for the non-yellow tip. Where's that non-yellow tip? There it is. Move that to the back. And now it looks like I already got the yellows here. That's good. Do the top. Now we've got all three of those correct. And we're spinning the tips. Now we have the yellow side. We're going to move it to the bottom. And looks like there's a B right there. We're going to move it to the red side. And we already know this part, so I won't go super slow on this. I'll just go kind of slow. Okay, there's the B, right? So the intruder comes out, chases it, comes back down. And are we done? Looks like we're done with that step. Okay, so now we do the tip and the top. So this is blue. Let's change that to red to match the one underneath it. There we go. That's red. Those two are blue, and so on. Now we do the top. This needs to match this. So let's go to the green side. Right, now these two match the bottom, so we're done with tip and the top. Now we're focusing on these edges. This is an edge. This is an edge. Let's see what do we have here. This doesn't match. Okay, that's a half match. and that one doesn't match. And this is a half. So the blue matches, but the red doesn't. So we have two halves and a completely unsolved. So that's the most unique side. It goes to the back. And we're going to use the scenario, the no solved scenario, because none of these are completely solved. And that is the LUR, URL. So the clockwise moves, L, U, R, and then counterclockwise, U, R, L. Now that brought us to the twins. Remember the moves for the twins? That's the push counter, pull counter. So we can pick a random side. This is a good side to do it on. And let's just do that. So we're going to go right top, push, counter, pull, counter, push, counter, pull. And then we solved the pyramid. Okay, if you need another example, let me do another example real quick. The non-yellow tip is to the back. I've already got part of the radiation sign here. Let me get this one up. And then let me do those tips. There we go. Now we move the yellow to the bottom. Now we look for the B's. Again, I'll just do this not super slow, just kind of slow. And this is the red B, so we'll take that to, it's already on the red side. Intruder comes out, the B chases him, and they go back home. And there's a B. It's blue B, it's taken to the blue side. Okay, intruder comes out, B chases him, he goes back down. And are we done? Looks like we're done. Now we can do the tip and the top, most important step of part of stage 3. So this is blue. Let's change that to green. Now these match. Now make sure it matches this side. So it already does. Great. So the bottom and this match. So we're good there. Now what scenario are we in? This is red and blue. They don't match. This is a half. Oh, this matches all the way. That's good. And that doesn't match at all. So this looks like it's the one where it's the one solved. Yep, there's 2 unsolved and 1 is completely solved. So that's the unique one. So let's put it to the back. The totally solved one is back here, and we're going to do the moves. It's the pull, pull, push, push. So we're going to start with the left and the right. We're going to alternate left, right, starting with left. So pull, pull, push, push. It's that simple. And now we're just going to pivot the front of this pyramid to the right, like so. And now we're going to alternate right, left with those same moves. So starting with the right, pull, pull, push, push. And look at that, we solved it. Real quick, I want to say thanks to my patrons. Special thanks to the patrons on the awesome person level. And thanks so much to Dean Coxford, Nancy Chase, Ellen Ruggiano, and Daniel Robbins for being on the premium person level. Thank you so much. My family really appreciates it.